My name is Gerry Dworkin. I'm a professional aquatic safety and water rescue consultant for Life-Saving Resources in Kennebunkport, Maine, USA. Our company basically develops educational curriculums for the public safety and rescue sector, as well as the lifeguard and aquatic recreation sector, and we conduct this training throughout the U.S. as well as internationally. And these areas include lifeguarding, water rescue, ice rescue, surf rescue, and swiftwater rescue. It is my opinion that any resort, regardless of city, county, state, or even country, that operates an aquatic venue has three primary goals. Number one, to prevent incidents from occurring in the first place. Number two, to recognize incidents at their onset, as well as their potential. And three, to respond to and manage incidents as well as their potential. The best method by which to accomplish these goals is to use qualified, strategically positioned, vigilant, and equipped lifeguards who are rescue ready to respond at a moment's notice. Lifeguards prevent incidents by identifying hazards and mitigating them, by either safeguarding or prohibiting the risk, by recognizing distress and drowning victims, by enforcing rules and regulations, by responding to emergencies in a timely fashion, and by providing first aid and resuscitation to victims in need. The lifeguard should be able to recognize the need for intervention and respond to initiate a rescue within a total of 30 seconds. And if the victim is in respiratory and/or cardiac arrest, the lifeguard should be able to perform high-performance CPR and continue that care until EMS arrives on scene. High-performance CPR includes airway management, positive pressure ventilation, chest compressions, and the use of an automatic external defibrillator. The owner-operator of a resort must conduct a comprehensive threat assessment in order to identify and mitigate hazards and to safeguard or prohibit risks. That person must, number one, determine the level of operational capability required of his personnel, including lifeguards, based on those hazards and risks. They must develop operational protocols to include standard operating procedures, emergency action plans, emergency response plans, surveillance protocols, and so forth, as well as rules and regulations for the public. And they must then plan for incidents, train for incidents, and acquire the resources that are required to prevent, recognize, and manage incidents. In this case, this incident was foreseeable, it was predictable, it was preventable. The owners and operators of this resort failed to properly supervise the aquatic venue. They failed to use qualified, strategically positioned, vigilant, and equipped lifeguard personnel in order to prevent, recognize, and manage this incident. And they failed to respond to and provide appropriate critical life-saving care. This tragedy was especially egregious considering the fact that at times this resort chose to use lifeguards at the venue, but on this day they chose not to. This was an absolutely mismanaged and dangerous aquatic venue that put the lives of its guests in danger, and on the day of this incident, they failed to recognize the child's risk, they failed to recognize his distress in the water, they failed to rescue this child in a timely fashion, and they failed to provide appropriate basic life support care, which resulted in the death of this child. This was an especially dangerous facility, and there were actions that could have been taken to prevent, to recognize, and to manage this incident in order to prevent this incident from occurring.